Over 1,500 people die on this border every year. Two now nuclear powers have been warring over the border in an area called Kashmir for several years. India and Pakistan have fought more than 2 wars over the land. But why would one piece of land create so much bloodshed? For that, we look to Britain. The area was hotly contested even before India and Pakistan gained independence from Britain in August 1947. Kashmir is an ethnically diverse Himalayan region covering around 86,000 square miles and famed for the beauty of its lakes, meadows, and snow-capped mountains. Under the partition plan provided by the Indian Independence Act, Kashmir was free to accede to either India or Pakistan. The local ruler, Hari Singh, initially wanted Kashmir to become independent, but in October 1947 chose to join India in return for its help against an invasion of tribesmen from Pakistan. When a war broke out, India requested that the United Nations intervene. The United Nations suggested holding a plebiscite to decide whether the state should join India or Pakistan. However, the two countries were unable to reach an agreement to demilitarize the region before the referendum. In July 1949, India and Pakistan signed an agreement to establish a ceasefire line as recommended by the UN, and the region became divided. Then in 1999, India engaged in a brief but bitter conflict with forces backed by Pakistan. By then, both India and Pakistan had declared themselves nuclear powers. Today in Delhi and Islamabad both claim Kashmir in full, but control only parts of it. Territories recognized internationally as Indian-administered Kashmir and Pakistan-administered Kashmir. For 3 decades, an armed revolt against Indian rule in the region has claimed tens of thousands of lives. A sudden change in Kashmir's status on the Indian side has heightened fears. Indian-administered Kashmir has held a special position within the country historically, thanks to Article 370, a clause in the Constitution which gave it significant autonomy, including its own constitution, a separate flag, and independence all over matters except foreign affairs, defense, and communication. On August 5th, India revoked that 7-decade-long privileged status. The Hindu nationalist BJP has long opposed Article 370 and had repeatedly called for its abolishment. Telephone networks and the internet were cut off in the region in the days before the presidential order was announced. Public gatherings were banned and tens of thousands of troops were sent in. Tourists were told to leave Kashmir under warnings of a terror threat.